The war didn't begin with a fleet. It began with a look, not a command, not an explosion, not even a threat, just the moment she chose me, and every weapon in the room turned in our direction. I remember the exact second everything broke. The council chamber was silent, too silent for a place filled with beings powerful enough to wipe out entire star systems without blinking. The air itself felt heavy, like it was holding its breath, and I was standing in the center of it, a human, unarmed, out of place in every possible way. "State your purpose," one of them said, their voice layered like multiple beings speaking in perfect sync. I swallowed, trying to keep my voice steady. "I don't have one. I wasn't supposed to be here." That part was true. I wasn't supposed to be anywhere near this system, let alone standing in front of something called the High Council of Vyerk's Dominion. I was a pilot, a cargo runner, nothing special. I delivered things, that was it, until my ship picked up a signal, a distress beacon, weak, fading, almost gone. I should have ignored it. Everyone knows you don't answer signals this deep in uncharted space, not unless you're looking for trouble, but something about it felt wrong, not artificial, not bait, lonely, so I followed it and I found her. She was drifting just outside the wreckage of a shattered vessel, surrounded by debris that looked like it had been torn apart by something far more powerful than weapons. Her body was suspended in the void, unmoving, her dark hair floating like ink in water. At first I thought she was dead, then her eyes opened. I didn't understand what I was looking at. Her skin carried a faint glow beneath the surface, like veins of soft blue light. Her eyes, they weren't just bright, they moved like galaxies slowly turning behind glass. And when she looked at me, I forgot how to breathe. I should have left her there. Every instinct I had screamed at me to turn around, to jump, to disappear before something went horribly wrong. Instead, I brought her aboard. That was my mistake, or maybe. That was the moment everything was decided, because the second she stepped onto my ship, the entire system lit up. Ships, hundreds of them, appeared from nowhere, surrounding me in a perfect formation. My sensors went blind, my controls froze. I wasn't flying anymore, I was being taken, and now I was here, standing in front of them. And she was standing behind me, silent, watching. "She carries the mark," another council member said. "I know," a third replied, "which makes this even more concerning." I clenched my fists slightly. "Can someone explain what's going on?" What? No one answered. Instead, they all turned their attention to her. The shift was immediate, subtle but undeniable. "Respect, fear. Step forward," the first voice commanded. For a moment she didn't move, then slowly she stepped beside me, and the entire room seemed to bend around her. I felt it again, that pressure, that invisible weight that made everything feel smaller, quieter, less real. She wasn't just powerful, she was something else entirely. "She should not be here," one of them said, more sharply now. "She was not meant to be found." I turned toward her slightly. "Do you have any idea what they're talking about?" She didn't answer. Her gaze was fixed on the council, cold. "Unreadable. She is bonded," another voice said suddenly. The word hit me like a shock. "Bonded," I repeated. "With who?" Silence. Then all of them looked at me at the same time. I felt my stomach drop. "No," I said quietly. "No, that's not." "It is," one of them said. "The human has been marked." I stopped because I didn't know what I had or hadn't done. I just brought her onto my ship. That was enough. I looked at her again. This time she looked back, and for the first time since I'd found her. I saw something in her expression, not cold, not distant, something softer, something uncertain. "You should not have done that," she said quietly. Her voice was different from theirs. Clear, singular, real. "I was trying to help you," I said. "I know." That almost made it worse. Then why does it feel like I just signed my own death sentence? Because I just didn't know how yet. "The bond cannot be undone," the council continued. "It has already begun to stabilize." "Stabilize what?" I demanded. No one answered me directly. Instead, they spoke to her. "You understand what this means?" A pause, then she nodded. "Yes." Her voice didn't shake, but something in her posture changed, barely noticeable, but I saw it. "What does it mean?" I asked again, more urgently now. She hesitated, and that hesitation told me everything I needed to know. "It was bad, very bad. It means," she said slowly, "that they will not let you leave." I let out a hollow breath. I figured that part out. "No," she said, her eyes locking onto mine. "You don't understand." What? Something cold settled in my chest. What are they going to do? This time she didn't look away. "They will kill you." Silence, heavy, final. I let out a short, humorless laugh. "Yeah, that sounds about right." What? "You do not grasp the scale of this," one of the council members said. "The bond you share with her is not ordinary." "Nothing about this is ordinary. She is not what you think she is." I looked at her. She didn't react. "What is she then?" What? A pause, then She is the Empress. The word echoed through the chamber. Empress, not a title spoken lightly, not here, not with the weight it carried. I felt something shift inside me. Of what? I asked quietly. All of it. What? The room seemed to close in. I turned to her again. You're their ruler. She held my gaze. Yes. And just like that. Everything made sense, the way they looked at her, the way the air changed when she moved. The way she carried herself like the universe itself answered to her. I swallowed hard. Okay, I said slowly, that's a lot. You were not meant to find me, she said softly. Yeah, I'm getting that. I was hidden. From them. What? Her eyes flickered slightly. From everyone. That didn't make me feel better. Then why were you out there? She didn't answer. Instead, the council spoke again. The Empress will be separated from the human immediately. My chest tightened. Separated, that sounded worse than death for some reason I couldn't explain. Wait, I said, you can't just. It is necessary. No, it's not. Every head turned toward me. You are in no position to. I don't care, I snapped, surprising even myself. You're talking about killing me like I'm not even here. Because you are already dead, one of them replied coldly. You simply do not realize it yet. The room went quiet again, and then. She moved, it happened so fast I barely registered it. 1 second she was beside me, the next. She was in front of me, between me and them. Every instinct in my body went on edge. What are you doing? One of the council members demanded. Her voice when she spoke was calm, steady, final. I choose him. The words didn't just echo, they shattered something. What? I breathed. You will step aside, the council ordered. No. The tension in the room snapped into something sharp and dangerous. You do not have that authority. I am the authority. Her voice didn't rise, it didn't need to. The entire chamber reacted to it. The air vibrated, the light dimmed slightly. You would risk everything for a human, one of them asked. She didn't hesitate. Yes. Something in my chest twisted painfully. Not fear, not confusion, something deeper. You cannot be serious, another voice said. The bond is unstable. He is a variable we cannot control. Then I will control it. That is not how this works. No, she said softly. It is exactly how it works. What? I stepped closer to her, my voice lower now. You don't have to do this. She didn't look at me, but I felt it, that slight shift, that awareness. I already have. The room erupted, not with sound, with energy. I felt it building, pressure, power, something massive preparing to break. They will kill you, she said quietly, just for me. Then I guess I picked a bad day to play hero. A faint, almost invisible curve touched her lips. You are not a hero. Yeah, I said, I figured that out too. The first strike came without warning. A blast of energy tore through the space where we had been standing a second earlier. She moved faster than anything I had ever seen, pulling me with her as the chamber exploded into chaos. Figures blurred around us, attacks colliding, light bending and snapping like it was alive. I couldn't keep up. All I knew was that she didn't let go of my hand, not once. Stay with me, she said, I'm trying. Another wave hit, closer this time. I felt it brush past me, cold, sharp, deadly. She turned, her eyes blazing now, no longer calm. This was something else, something they had been afraid of, something she had been hiding. You will not touch him, she said. The words didn't sound like a threat, they sounded like a law. And the universe itself seemed to listen. Everything slowed for just a second, and in that second, I saw it, not her power, not her strength, her fear, not for herself, for me, and that changed everything. Because in that moment, I stopped being afraid. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't understand what I had got myself into, but I understood one thing: she had chosen me, and I wasn't going to let her stand alone. The next attack came straight at me. She was too far to stop it in time. I saw it, felt it, accepted it, and then something inside me answered. The energy didn't hit me, it stopped, hung in the air, frozen. The entire room went still. Every movement, every sound, everything, gone. What did you? I started, but I didn't finish because I felt it. The same thing I had felt when I first touched her, only stronger, clearer, alive. It wasn't coming from her, it was coming from me. The silence broke all at once. The energy shattered outward, knocking everything back. The council, the walls, reality itself seemed to bend for a moment, and then it was over. I stood there, breathing hard, my hands shaking. What was that? I whispered. She was staring at me, not with fear, not with doubt, with something I hadn't seen before, recognition. You were not supposed to awaken yet, she said softly. Awaken what? She stepped closer, slowly, carefully. Like I was the dangerous one now. Everything, she said, and in that moment, I realized something far more terrifying than death. This wasn't just about survival anymore. This wasn't just about a bond, or a mistake, or even her. This was bigger, much bigger, because the war hadn't started when I found her, it hadn't started when they surrounded my ship, it hadn't even started when the council turned on us. It started the second she chose me. And now, there was no going back. She reached for my hand again. This time there was no hesitation, no